Hey there, it's Sarah, author, speaker, and advocate. And this week I want to talk about how our own inner critic has the ability to limit interpersonal relationships. So let's talk a little bit more about reframing. As we've mentioned before, it's important that we learn to reframe our negative thoughts as we're working towards thinking more positively and engaging in mindfulness. And those who suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder often engage in negative self-talk. And in fact, psychologists have found that the majority of the stress and anxiety that sufferers place on themselves actually comes from their own internal monologue rather than external factors. So this means very little of these distressing symptoms actually stem from tangible circumstances. And knowing this can be extremely enlightening to those who suffer from PTSD, who tend to believe, and their negative self-talk tells them that everything in their environment is against them or that circumstances just aren't working out. Oftentimes, this isn't tangibly the case. It actually is just stemming from this internal monologue. So PTSD sufferers tend to engage in this destructive thinking, and a lot of this thinking stems from very common threads, such as, we believe that our partner doesn't like us, or, that he or she is too critical about what we're doing, thinking, or saying. We believe that, there are roadblocks that are placed in front of us actively that have caused us to stagnate or not get to a place that we want to be or be able to live more positively. And these are very, very common thoughts that cross our mind. And so it's very important that we learn to engage in mindfulness thinking and in staying in the present and reframing any of these negative thoughts that enter our mind. So what we need to do is we need to acknowledge their presence and accept their presence and accept them for what they are, and then, start to kind of break them down and try to, reframe them into more positive ways of thinking. This will be very, very effective in the healing process and in our journey moving forward. So best of luck. Thanks.